What was your first concert?
Aerosmith and Kiss.
It was Styx.
Man, I should know this.
Yeah, you should know this.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm going to say there's this Christian singer named Carmen.
Okay.
And I think Carmen was probably my first concert. And that's, honest to God, I think that's the first time I've answered that question.
Wow.
Dustin Lynch played at my Carroll County Fair.
Colin Ray. It was a Christmas concert that my dad took me to.
I was a baby Loretta Lynn at the rodeo. First concert I remember, Pat Benatar.
First concert without a parent was March 27th, 1995, The Grateful Dead at the Omni with Jerry Garcia still alive.
Oh, well, my most memorable was George Strait, 5th grade.
No doubt, at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion in Houston.
Kenny Chesney.
Stevie Ray Vaughan with my father.
I think it was either Weird Al or For Him. Like,
whoa.
I don't remember which one it is.
Andy Williams.
Oh, Neil Diamond and Crystal Gale. It was for my 7th birthday. My mom took me out of school. She wrote me a note and everything.
Now that's a good one. I paid $14.50 to see Anthrax in Danville, Illinois at the Civic Center. And that would have been like 87 or 88, I think.
The Rave Eagles Club in Illinois, historic venue.
I'm a little embarrassed by it, and it wasn't my choice, but for my sister's birthday, my parents got a bunch of tickets for her and her friends, myself included, to see New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
And so, yeah, NKOTB was my first concert.
Best after show food.
You got to give me a budget. See, that's where I immediately go.
No budget.
No budget. Local. I always go local.
Okay.
Can I say that?
I love that.
Local, and then it just depends on the gig. Like some gigs, they want pizza, local pizza.
Yeah.
You know, variety of that. We do Italian a lot.
Okay.
Italian's really good out here. Funny enough, chili cheese dogs. I think Tim posted about that the other day. Like, he loves a good chili cheese dog. Who doesn't love a good chili?
There's a place called the Yard House. They don't have it here in Nashville, but it's a chain. They have it everywhere.
Yeah.
We always go for that.
For pizza? Or is it sandwiches? Or is it both?
They actually have these things called voodoo tacos or something.
I've heard
They're
of this.
So good.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thankfully, if they had one here, I would probably be like this
In trouble.
big.
Oh, sushi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a little risky though.
Not at Nobu.
Okay. Oh, except for that one time. Okay. Noted.
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh my God, I just love a good pizza.
It's a brown sugar Kellogg's Pop-Tart.
I know it's so lame pizza, but Jimmy John's is like a surprising, refreshing one. It feels a little bit healthier.
Pizza.
You know what? I don't eat after show food.
And that's how you stay healthy.
I stopped a long time ago. I mean, let me tell you, it's the hardest thing for me. On tour, there is food everywhere. Everywhere. Food at the venue. You can always eat at the hotel. There's food everywhere. and I have to tell you, I've had to really be careful because I gain weight when I'm on the road. And when I get home, I lose it right away.
Yeah.
So I stopped eating after show food many years ago because it was just a bad habit. You just go on, you eat dinner, you get on it. Like if you're home, you're not going to, go get a midnight snack at 11 p.m., right?
And it's not pizza and like subs.
And it's usually crap, And so I learned to not I don't order after show food. I don't eat it. I just try to stay away.
It's definitely traditional pizza.
Oh, show food. Probably New York. I mean, let's go.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But I also love Philly. Go Jim's, Pat's, Geno's. There was when I was touring, it was a vegan cheesesteak place called Govinda's that was there. I wasn't vegan, but it was better than all the other ones to me by far. It was incredible.
You really wonder
they
what that
used
meat
mushrooms
is.
as the meat or whatever.
Okay.
It was real good.
What's your bus snack? Is it a candy bar and a Diet Coke?
No, that's only South America. They probably Macallan 12.
That's put that on
bus.
your rider.
That's my bus snack.
Bus, top, middle, or bottom bunk?
Well, we have condo.
Top or bottom condo?
Sorry, we're too bougie for that. So yeah, I would have a condo bunk and probably take the bottom condo bunk.
Roll in, roll out. Are you driver's
side?
side?
Driver's side.
Front driver's side.
Yeah. Middle.
What side?
Side doesn't necessarily matter as much as I My priority is really middle, top, bottom. If I'm
You
going
earn
route.
that middle, though.
Yeah, but middle, top, bottom. Top, I was on for a long time,
Yeah.
and I feel like top kind of rocks you to sleep. Whereas bottom, if you like a hum and you like the bumpies, I'm also tall, so I'd rather climb than crawl.
Girl, I couldn't reach the top. That didn't work.
I mean, I was always on the top level.
Top?
But there was a night that I ended up in the bed in the back by myself because the other person, the artist, didn't make it to the back.
Wow.
And he gave me his bed.
Favorite venue?
Armory up in Minneapolis.
Oh,
is a
great
sick
venue.
room. Or
Yeah.
like Bill Graham, like those like
Cool.
5,000 to 6,000. They're not too big because you don't feel. Sometimes it's bigger, like 12,000 cap rooms. It feels so separate.
Def Leppard,
Nice. Where?
Nassau Coliseum, Long Island.
I went to Guilford last year for the first time. I'd never done a show there.
Wow.
And I went, Jordan Davis was there, and I went to his show, and like, that was amazing.
I'll tell you my favorite country, and I just left it. I love touring Australia.
My favorite venues are the ones that aren't venues. Like when you, like, I just got back from Live in the Vineyard, like seeing artists in vineyards. Very cool. So I like when you are somewhere and you're like, I don't know that I expected to see an artist perform here, but they're performing.
I love Guilford, New Hampshire. I
Everyone
love
says that.
Meriwether Post Pavilion in Maryland. I love a lot of venues. I feel like there's the ones I think about are the ones I don't like.
Favorite venue is probably House of Blues Chicago.
Best experience was the Superdome.
For me, for a concert, it's definitely. I got to go to Red Rocks last year with my wife. We saw Old Dominion out there, and it was unbelievable. So I'd say that.
From a tour manager perspective, we all love Guilford. From a production standpoint, I really love the amphitheater in Chula Vista.
Bank of Pavilion, Guilford, New Hampshire.
I love the sheds. I love the amphitheaters. The arenas are kind of a lot the same. I did play at the Forum in LA. Yeah, Inglewood. And that was really dope.
The Meadowbrook Farms Amphitheater up in Guilford, New Hampshire.
I know everybody goes, oh, Red Rocks, blah, blah, blah. But that place sucks. I mean, it's hard to get in there. It's hard. You can't play somewhere the night before because you have to be there and cross-load everything.
Got it.
I would say my favorite venue is the Greek Theater in Taormina, Sicily, where I'm going in a couple weeks. And Train played there once and did an Italian TV show there once. It's 500 years older than the Coliseum.
Wow.
And they do concerts there.
Fully operational.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
It's
exciting.
pretty crazy.
Well, Guilford gets like a
we just
throw
got
up to. I got to throw them up just because they go above and beyond trying to create community and trying to create culture, and that just hits home to me. Whether that be from the catering spread, whether it be from the playground. They call it the adult playground.
I mean, Guilford's pretty, for North America, Guilford's pretty special. Obviously, Red Rocks has its own sentiment. And then, like, globally speaking, I mean, Sydney, like the Opera House is pretty cool. Like, yeah, there's a lot of cool venues around the world.
I love my home hockey rink now in Vancouver. We started the Matchbox tour there. And
that's awesome.
Rogers Arena in Vancouver. We just had such a magical show, and it sounded really good in there. And the one in Edmonton also sounds fantastic.
I really like Box Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. Because of all the theme rooms, and they always have the photo booth. But most venues these days are doing something that's really fun for the crew, that's interactive.
True.
Coffee carts, ice cream trucks, all that stuff. I just think any venue that's going to go above and beyond for the crew that's there that day is very special to me.
What's one item that you can't tour without?
Probably sunglasses.
Okay.
Patience.
Whoa, that's a tool. That's a tool.
Patience. You can't, like for my job, you can't leave the house without patience.
Multi-tool.
Okay.
Specifically, my Leatherman.
Always computer, right? Computer, phone,
toothbrush.
Okay. Yeah. He's cleanly. He's hygienic.
Okay, well, besides my framed picture of Kermit the Frog, gaff tape is like my essential tool. But more than that, like if you're on a bus, like have your own pillow. That is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Just have your own pillow that you love.
How many people have answered this question with like a coffee machine? That's not
real.
my answer, but I
Yeah.
feel like everyone I know, if they were here right now, they'd be like, oh, my coffee pelly.
Hell yeah.
Mine's probably it's pretty simple. Like those little hydration packets, like
Yeah.
tea. Those are my go-to. If I'm bringing anything, it's like my backpack. Make sure I'm set with those because on the go all the time, trying to stay hydrated. It's obviously a huge thing,
So
a pretty
smart.
obvious one, but
Yeah.
it's tough when you're running around a lot.
Well, the thing I can't live without is the radio.
Okay, true.
Because
Are
it's
you
just
a
the
biscuit
lifeline to everything.
or an earpiece guy?
No, I was a biscuit, but I've gotten more to I'm just the radio.
Oh,
I don't even do the
just
biscuit now a lot of
go.
times. Yeah, just
Wow.
that's the status symbol, right? It's not having to have the biscuit. I guess now I can just
True.
have the ticket or have the radio because no one's like
You're not like on the
I'm
go.
not glued to it all the time.
Wow.
I would say the DMX Cat. So DMX Cat is like a troubleshooting tool for lighting. You can remotely troubleshoot lights and address them, change their address and everything. And like, it has saved us on multiple occasions from having to bring truss in or climb ladders and remotely fix stuff. So it's on every gig, always in my backpack.
What is your biggest pet peeve on the road?
Bad attitudes.
Being late.
I would just rather a runner ask questions versus making assumptions. Just like buying something when I'm like, I need one bottle of this. And she's like, well, it came in this, but like they didn't have that. I don't know. Just making a game time decision without talking to me about it, because it's not my money that you're spending. It's the artist's money. And the list that I'm giving you is very specific. But like, hey, if they don't have it, maybe there's a way that we can be flexible and like, let's do that. But like when runners like make an assumption without talking to me, like it kills me.
I think laziness. I just don't like. You want to be around people that are gonna work hard, right? And have respect for other people's space and time and what they're doing. It goes back to just.
Do you have a pre-show ritual?
No, because I feel like because of COVID, I haven't really done a lot of tours starting with the same sort of system.
Yeah. Right.
But I do, for a really long time, we did this with Dave, the last show of the tour. We would all line up with candles and make a candle sort of walkway. So when they came off stage.
I mean, I have a good story of Calm Cool Collective.
Let's hear it.
So I was at a show, first show with a new promoter that we were doing, and I had a main stage manager blow up and walk off site the second show morning, mid headliner load in, while I'm standing with the promoter. And they left in epic fashion. Chairs thrown, radios thrown, screaming.
As the tour manager, I like to, on day one of the kickoff of the tour, set out tables in the hallway and do, I mean, they're not, because of Master Tour and other companies now, they're not as hot as they used to be, but I do the tour book.
Oh, yeah.
I do your laundry bag, your luggage tag, your credential, and then any other swag or water bottle, whatever it is. I love to lay all that out with everybody's names. So it's like they feel like first day camp. Oh my God, like
the camp.
Yeah.
What makes it all worth it?
I haven't seen a show in years. I don't watch the shows, but I always walk the floor one to three times depending on the night, and walking at doors, walking the floor, and seeing the people running to GA with excitement, and then in the middle of the headliner set, walking around and just seeing like floor to ceiling people like being able to escape, and especially if it's the kids. Oh my God! Like you give me a kid, or even worse, give me a sick kid, and like I mean it just makes it all worth it, because it's like I can only imagine what the family's going through, and I know how much we as a society hang on our celebrities for like helping us with our problems.
It's always been worth it. It's challenging to to be a family person and to have this job. I advise, some of our new employees at Solotech or students who are we've had some Belmont students come to work at Solotech, which is amazing.
Wow.
But so they start touring and they're super excited, and I just always warn, just know when to say when, because, sometimes you need to go home and you need to chill for a month.
The day that marketing company told me they'd like to hire me full time, so it was that Monday after that first weekend that blew my mind about experiential marketing, I got a call from my local police department saying I was next on the list.
Whoa.
So that Monday, I had to make a choice: fly to New York City, do experiential, or hop on with the local police department, Dixon PD.
Who's the most inspiring person you've met in your career?
I'd have to say Alison Krauss.
Brian May from Queen is standing there.
It's got to be Dolly, really, isn't it? I don't think I can say anyone else. She's amazing.
What a cool boss.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's the most amazing lady. Genuinely, she's exactly what you see on TV. She is so kind and caring and lovely.
Bill Cracknell, he was the tour manager for Christian when I was there for 4 years. And I just enjoyed so much. I often tell young youth, I'm not anymore, but here, that's not fine. I don't care.
What is the best piece of advice that you've received in this industry?
All roads lead to here. So like, if you want to do something different, make a different decision. You know, we all can affect change in our own lives. And I think through taking inventory of where we're at and where we want to go, it's like, you know, owning that we're responsible for ourselves.
If you've got a significant other or friends, be honest always. At the same time, be wise. And if, you know, if you've on night 3 of eating a 5-star meal and your wife's at home with the kids, maybe you don't have to go into full details and embellishment of how great life is at the moment, you know, be wise.
Yep.
And keep your word, man. Like if you say you're going to do something, do it.
Hernandez always says that, you know, leave it better than you found it. And I would tell people that, you know, for guys in our industry that have been here for a long, don't be stagnant. You know, be motivated, be inspired to make it better, to do better things, you know, to understand who you're touring with, that, you know, people need mental health, you know, awareness, you know, to maybe take a harder look at sustainability, making your tours a little bit more sustainable. So what I would tell them is just don't go in and do your job, you know, try to be motivated and inspire others to make it better.
You can only give what you have. You can't give more than what you're capable of giving, so you have to take care of yourself. It's so important when you're home, when you're alone at the venue, like whatever it is, you have to take care of yourself in order to be able to pour into other people the way that you want to pour into others. And on the flip side, a little bit of advice for everybody that's not a PA, that's not a production coordinator, any of those roles that are to serve others. To those people, I say, respect those PAs. Just because they are the lowest person on your tour or your production, and they're the youngest and they're still hungry in theory, they are working harder than anybody else, without question. And they're getting less out of it for themselves than anybody else. Yeah. They're just out there trying to make $1, trying to get their foot in this door. So treat them like they could be your boss someday, because they could be your boss someday. And it's a lot of fun when you see the PAs that have risen and are in these producer roles that then get to employ the people that may not have treated them as well as they should have.
Don't rush. Do not rush. Do not come in and try and be at the top. Do everything slowly. Make sure you know what everyone does. You don't have to do it, but make sure you're competent and you know what other people do. And if that takes 5 years of being in the muck, do it, because it's going to be the best in terms of your education, the best 5 years you get. You'll never learn anywhere else.
I mean, other than just like put your big kid panties on and just go do it. Like other than that, like for real, true advice, like true from my heart, from my brain advice to you is be a good human, right? I don't care how shit of a day you're having. I don't care how terrible the tour is going. You are walking in to a local crew, and if you're terrible to them, that accomplishes nothing for you. It actually just makes your day harder. So have humanity for yourself, for the local crew, for your fellow touring crew. Be the human, right? That whole be the change, right? Just do that. That's number 1. And then number 2 is just go do the thing. Just go do the thing, whatever it is. You have this tour, great. Quit your other job and just go do that. Like you have a day off and they're going to take you to Prague and you're going to go see a church. Go do it. It doesn't matter you haven't slept in 4 days. When's the next time you're going to Prague? Never. Go to the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go do the thing.
Go do the
whatever
thing.
it is. Making sure that you're kind of checking yourself to make sure that you're not getting ahead at someone else at the expense of someone else is really important. And I also think I'm always really mindful that someone else is watching.
say yes, show up, have a good attitude, work hard. And then another layer is understand what everyone else does around you to make their job a little bit easier. Like if you have a little bit of understanding of what everyone else does, whether it's the business manager, the artist, the whomever, and you can take one little extra step to help them out to make their job easier, it'll help everybody. As a tour manager, I mean, you gotta remember, it's not about you. It's about you serving everybody else to make sure everyone else has what they need for their day to do their job to eventually get that artist on stage, right? That's what it funnels down to. But it should be fun at the end of the day, and it should be like it is a privilege to do this. I know it's a little cliche, but it's a privilege to do it, and you got to work hard, show up, have a good attitude, and do it on minimal sleep, right?
Never quit. Never quit if you want to succeed. Very simple. We created a word 35 years ago called humanomics, which is human and economics together. We make all decisions based on what's good for people, not what's good for the bottom line. Bottom line is actually the third thing we look at. And I tell my people all the time, it's worked so far. You know, we don't chase dollars, we chase people. And the dollars come.
So growing up, my mom always told me to never give up. And then at 17, she gave me one of those wood signs you put on your room or whatever that says never, 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 never give up.
No.
And I still put that today going into my garage right above the door so that every time I leave, it reminds me. And I tell my kids that too. I think that everything, any industry, you get frustrated and what can I go do? The only reason I'm still here 25 years later is because I just didn't give up.
When, making deals or doing business with anybody, like, make it fair for both parties. Don't try to pull one over on anybody. Don't try to, get the best deal out of anybody you can. Just make it fair. Be open and honest with people. And, go honor your word in that sense too. If you say you're going to do something or whatever, follow through with that. I can't tell you how many times I've done a deal with somebody and get promised the world, and then when push comes to shove, they don't. You've done everything on your side, and they don't really execute, and that's such a deflating thing, as well as a reputation tarnisher. You don't want to be known as that guy or girl or whatever. And so I think making things fair is a good one.
Keep learning. You never know enough. And even talking to the guys who are, at the top of the top doing the biggest artists in the world, they're we're always still learning. No one's above me. I don't know everything. It's every single person you meet, even if they're technically lower than you or not doing as long, you can always take something away from the people that you're around.
The advice I give a lot of people is to, if you're getting a job offer or you see a possible opportunity, this could be passe, but just say you can do it and figure it out later. Yeah. That's if you feel confident in yourself, if you have that confidence in yourself to be able to figure it out, because that's how I did it. Yeah. I got asked to MD for someone and I was yeah, I do that. Did not know. Had no idea. And I just went to YouTube University, watched every video possible, called every person that I knew through a person. Mm-hmm. And that's what made me obsessed with community, was I was oh, wow, these guys who I don't even know were just down to show me how they did their job.
I literally felt this calling in my heart, and I was afraid, but I never said it out loud. I'm scared. Okay? The idea, the vision of that is that people would find purpose, peace, and rest. That's the hopes of that. Go through this journey, find purpose, peace, and rest.
I really hope that artists and entertainers can feel confident voicing their opinion to their team or to their label without fear of being shelved or hard to work with.
I mean, my number one thing of people coming in the industry is, do you have a sense of what you want to do? Because I tell people that, particularly from a technical perspective, for the most part, there's always exceptions to the rule, but you don't need a 4-year degree from some university to come do what we do, right? And I actually actively encourage, I have lots of friends whose kids want to get in, and I have helped a lot of them get into this industry that want to do this. And that's my biggest thing is like, don't go acquire a bunch of debt, go into college to get a degree in anything related to what we do, particularly from, I'm not saying there aren't avenues into the business that you can go that route, but generally speaking, from a tech perspective, get an internship, go work in the shop for a company. They will pay you to learn the skills you need to do this. And if you are a quick study with aptitude and a good work ethic, you will find yourself on the road very quickly. You'll be getting paid well very quickly. And that is the avenue that I would tell people to take into this industry, truthfully.
For me, it's you got to put your team first. You can have the best plan in the world. You can have the best strategy in the world. If you don't have a good team culture in place, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. And so you got to really focus on your team.
Yeah.
And I say that with all honesty, being that sometimes I've been awesome at that, and other times I've failed miserably at that. Mm-hmm. And there's a direct correlation to when things are going really well in my business.
Yeah.
And as a leader, with the team being happy and having a great team and a strong culture, or when things are getting rough and the team culture is at a low.
Yeah.
There's a direct correlation between those two things. And so I think as a leader, that's one thing I've learned, is that you have to spend time on people and making sure your team is supported and they're happy and they're feeling fulfilled. Because if they're not, you're just going to find your business struggling.